I've put a challenge there. I've challenged myself. I don't expect you to sort of do my challenges for me or sort of prove, because anything I've said have spiritual significance or spiritual link, or I have a link in that manner, and that has to be looked into to make sure that whatever link I may have they may not, will not, put me down or sort of ruin my life. The spiritual backing is what I'm trying to say here. We have a spiritual, what do you call it, backing, which any man or whatever they do, Muhammad, whoever, Jesus, me, everybody, there's some significance of that. But you have to question that, and you have to put it right. You have to find out that if the spirit or you're involved in the spirit at all, what is the best way to know the spirit, or what is the best way to understand what the spirit is about. I don't have to drive myself trying to impress anybody. At the end of the day, it's entirely my choice of what is right and what I have to do. I have made my sacrifices. I have looked through those loopholes that I couldn't have looked. I've called upon the living God. It's not very easy for me. But yes, I've tried my best. And if one is listening carefully, you will then understand that at the end of the day, we owe it to one another to discover the truth. I mean, if who is God? God is the one that we believe that we all came out of, or we all have as the source of which we all developed. We have book presenting him in so many ways. And if we define God and we're able to have answers or have some help along that line, then there's a great chance for us. The doors of our life will just be opened. And I believe that the doors of our life must stand a chance. Because that chance is our chance to be able to prove ourselves. But it's not about me. It's about the faith, the God that I claim exists or claim is there. No matter how much I claim, God has to prove himself. No matter how we claim, God has to prove himself. My happiness and everything that I do comes along the same line. And I know that the experiences that I have gone through, if I share it every day, I share it with you good guys out there, you will definitely come to recognize these things, and your judgments will be right. You will make the right judgments. I hope so in every way, because we can't just take up books and read the words in there and just say those are the words and that's it. We have to make sense of those words. We have to find out if those words are sensible enough. We have to really accept what can be beneficial to our lives. We can never allow ourselves to be taken all the time. I cannot allow myself to be taken all the time. And so whatever I went through in my life, especially the latter moment, the last moments of this time, just the lost periods that are just recent, all I have learned with myself every day as I walk through is that my life is short, and all I need is a spicy up, the little spicy up to make it move on. You know, I mean, it's the financial backing to back my life to move on, and nothing to do with what I might be thinking about. You know, whatever thing I think privately of myself. But the thing is, I need something to spice my life up. It's already molded. If yours is molded too, then that's it. We can move on in life without those little worries. I will not let anything trap me. I will not let anything deceive me, or allow myself as much as I can to prevent deceiving me. You understand? And I will not get myself engaged in a situation which will be beyond me. If I am making a commitment, it has to be right. My commitment should not be my curse or my burden. There is this spirit out there who in every way, spirits out there that will end up, or will always use and take advantage of us if we let it. And for us to be able to have a sound life, we make sure that we will not get hooked up. That we will not get hooked up in any of this, what do you call it? That we will not get hooked up in any spiritual things that we see coming up in our life. Somebody presenting spiritual things and we get jumped up because it's going to benefit us, or we have something good coming out of it. It doesn't matter what good comes out of it. What matters is the effect that might take place in your life by getting involved. What is wrong with your life for you to change it? Today the Christian teachings is about born again. What is wrong with your mother's birth that you have to curse your mother's womb and say that by your action, indirectly, and say that you are a new born again? I know what is written here in the born again book by John 4. John chapter 4 is written there. Jesus met a woman on the wall. They had to reveal to her that, the Jews know their God and you do not know your God and all that, and God himself is seeking for those who worship him in truth and in spirit. Honestly, to worship God in truth and in spirit. Now, this is what Jesus has said to the woman. This is what he has pulled out to the woman. Now, if these words are really true, if we found it okay, and these words are true, or maybe let's say it is true. It's all spiritual things. God is looking for those who worship him in truth and in spirit. Why would that be that he wants people to worship him in truth and in spirit? God already knows the truth. He already has the truth. He just doesn't want people coming before him and lying to him. And even if they lie, why would he be worried? God wants our honesty all the time. I don't need to be honest to God. God already knows. So I don't even need to tell him anything. I need to live my life. And living my life, make it require at the end of the day, whatever my life is that I live. I should not be bothered about trying to give an answer or finding out to say, okay, God, this is what I'm going on my everyday normal life. Because there is nothing out there that I can prove or make me prove otherwise, except my actions. If I cannot go out and tell God that, hey, you already know about me. If I can go there and tell God that, hey, this is what I think has gone on, or this is the lie that I have to make up or cook up to get something from God. If all those things are not necessary,